Hello student, good morning. Myself Sri K.D. Borse sir, biology subject teacher. In last lecture we learn kingdom PLANTAE chapter content concept different between Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Also we learn division Gymnospermae. We detail discuss salient features of gymnosperms, economic importance of gymnosperm. Today we are going to learn division angiospermy is one of the advanced division of the kingdom PLANTAE. Consists of two classes, class Monocotyledoni and class Dicotyledoni. We also detail discuss difference between Monocotyledoni and Dicotyledoni, plant life cycle and alternation of generation, and type of life cycle, diplontic life cycle, haplontic life cycle, haplo-diplontic life cycle. So let us start today's first concept, division angiospermy. Division angiosperm is one of the advanced division of kingdom PLANTAE. Angio means enclosed and sperma means seed. Seed is enclosed in the fruit. You know, before we learn division gymnosperm, naked seeded plant group. This division is enclosed seeded plant group. We learn salient features of angiosperm. First, number one, angiosperm are most advanced group of flowering plant because it evolved after gymnosperm. You know, gymnosperm is a primitive flowering plant. After gymnosperm evolved division angiospermy. So angiospermy is most advanced group of flowering plant. Second, seeds are enclosed within the fruit. In angiosperm, seeds are enclosed within the fruit, that is ovary is present. You know, in gymnosperm ovary is absent, but here in angiosperm ovary is present. So inside the ovary seeds are enclosed, means after fertilization ovary contain ovules are converted into seeds and ovary is converted into fruit. So ovary is converted fruit, inside the fruit present seeds, means seeds are enclosed in the fruit seen in angiospermy. Third point, angiosperm is highly evolved plant group. Therefore the flower is a reproductive organ, highly evolved different parts. Angiosperm show heteromorphic alternation generation in which sporophyte is डिप्लॉइड. एंजिओस्पर्मचा स्पोरोफाइट काय असतो, डिप्लॉइड असतो. मीन्स 2n नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोझोम. डॉमिनंट असतो, एक्सप्रेस होणारा पार्ट स्पोरोफाइट असतो. ऑटोट्रॉपिक असतो. इट कंटेन फोटोसिंथेटिक पिगमेंट. इंडिपेंडंट, प्रिपेअर देअर ओन फूड मटेरियल, मीन्स नॉट डिपेंड ऑन अदर. Always remember, sporophytic stage of angiosperm is diploid, dominant, autotrophic and independent. The gametophyte of angiosperm produce male and female gamete are recessive, means gametophytic stage is recessive, not express. Haploid, n number of chromosome and depend on sporophyte, because the gametophyte is not autotrophic nature, so depend on food for sporophyte. Always remember here difference between sporophyte of angiosperm and gametophyte of angiosperm. Sporophyte diploid, gametophyte haploid. Sporophyte dominant, gametophyte recessive. Sporophyte autotrophic, gametophyte heterotrophic. Sporophyte independent, gametophyte dependent on sporophyte. Hope that you understood everything. Up to this we detail discuss 5 different salient features of angiosperm. Number 6. Angiosperm are heterosporous because produce 2 type of spores. Microspore, also called as pollen grains, are formed in microsporangia or anther. Microspore or pollen grain are formed in microsporangia or anther, develop in the stamen. You know, stamen is a individual member of androecium, male structure of flower. So in the stamen present anther, in the anther microsporangia cells are present. Through microsporangia, microspore or pollen grains are formed. Second type of spore are called as megaspore, are formed in megasporangia or ovule, develop in carpel. Carpel is a individual member of female reproductive part, gynoecium. Inside the carpel, ovules are present. In the ovule, megasporangia cells are present. So megasporangia cells produce megaspores. Means angiosperm consists of heterosporous, megaspore and microspore. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This is the stamen part. You know, stamen consists of anther and filament. All stamens are male reproductive parts. Androecium. Inside the stamen contain microsporangia in the anther. In the anther contain microsporangia is developed into microspore or pollen grain. Here carpel, stigma style ovary are the part of carpel. Ovary contain ovules, and in the ovules microsporangia, megasporangia are present. Inside the ovule, megasporangia is developed into megaspore. So such megaspore are female reproductive part and microspore are male reproductive part. Always remember, angiosperm are heterosporous, microspore pollen grain, megaspore. Number 7. Angiospermic plant produce flower with 2 types of whorl. Angiospermic plant produce flower with 2 types of whorls. Essential whorls means those whorl directly involved in sexual reproduction. So such whorls called as essential whorl. जे फ्लावरचे पार्ट सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन मध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व होतात त्या फ्लावर पार्टला आपण इसेन्शियल व्हर्ल्स म्हणतो. अँड इसेन्शियल व्हर्ल्स आर androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is a male reproductive floral whorl, while gynoecium is female reproductive floral whorl. individual member of Androecium known as stamen. You know, stamen consists of anther and filament. Individual member of Gynoecium known as carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary present ovule. So Androecium and Gynoecium are essential floral whorls because they directly involve in sexual reproduction. Second type of whorl present in the flower called as accessory whorls. Those floral whorl that are not directly involved in sexual reproduction but it help in sexual reproduction. Such floral whorl called as accessory floral whorls. Calyx and corolla are accessory floral whorls. Calyx individual member known as sepal. Corolla individual member known as petals. Calyx are green in color. So photosynthesis takes place by calyx, means prepare their food material, provide to floral whorls. Corolla individual member petals, आपण ज्याला पाकळ्या म्हणतो. So attract insect for pollination. Attract insect for pollination function provide corolla petals, and preparation of food material provide function calyx sepals. So therefore calyx and corolla are accessory floral whorls. Seen here diagrammatic representation. Androecium, these are the Androecium means individual member stamen consist of anther and filament. Male reproductive part Androecium. Gynoecium stigma, style and ovary. This is the Gynoecium. Female reproductive part. This part is carpel. Calyx green color provide food material to other floral whorls. Its individual member called as sepal. So calyx and corolla different colored form petals, attract insect for pollination. Calyx and corolla are non-essential floral whorl. Androecium and Gynoecium are essential floral whorls. Both essential floral whorls are directly involved in process of sexual reproduction. Both non-essential floral whorls means calyx and corolla is not involved in sexual reproduction but it help in sexual reproduction. Do you know angiospermic plant body show vary in size? Example number 1. Eucalyptus is one of the angiospermic plant, is tallest angiospermic plant. Eucalyptus is one of the tallest angiospermic plant, about grow over 100 meter. Grow over 100 meter height. Seen here diagrammatic representation. Eucalyptus plant of angiosperm grow over 100 meter height. So this is the tallest angiospermic plant. Second example, Wolffia. Wolffia is smallest or microscopic angiospermic plant. Seen here, Wolffia, smallest or microscopic angiospermic plant, means angiosperm plant body show vary in size, very big height about 100 meter over size seen in eucalyptus angiospermic plant. Wolffia is also angiospermic plant, is smallest microscopic angiospermic plant. Most of time these questions are asked. Which one is tallest angiospermic plant? Eucalyptus. How many feet of height eucalyptus angiospermic plant? 100 meter. Which one is smallest microscopic angiospermic plant? Valvia. Always remember eucalyptus and Valvia angiospermic plant, and on the basis of size its speciality also we learn. Division angiosperm divided into two classes, Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon. You know, two classes are included in angiosperm division. We learn difference between Monocotyledoni and Dicotyledoni. Here noted Monocotyledon, Dicotyledon. Number one, first point, in Monocotyledon seed contain only one cotyledon. In Dicotyledon seed contain two cotyledons. Second point, Monocotyledon have advantageous root system. Monocotyledons plant मध्ये आपल्याला ॲडव्हान्टेशियस रूट सिस्टीम दिसून येते. डायकॉटलिडॉनस प्लांट हॅव टॅप रूट सिस्टीम. थर्ड पॉइंट, इन मोनोकॉटलिडॉन stem is rarely branched, but in dicotyledon stem is branched. Fourth point, Monocotyledon leaves show parallel venation. Inside the leaves venation arrangement is parallel in Monocotyledon. In Dicotyledon leaves show reticulate or multicosty venations. In here diagrammatic representation, venation in the leaves, parallel venation seen in Monocotyledonous plant, reticulate venation or multicosty venation seen in Dicotyledonous plant. Up to this we detail discuss total 4 different between characteristics view Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon. Number 5, flowers of Monocotyledon plant generally trimerous. Flowers of Dicotyledon tetra or pentamerous. Always remember trimerous, tetra or pentamerous. Number 6, except few plants of Monocotyledon secondary growth is absent. Except only few plants show secondary growth. Other than all Monocotyledon show secondary growth is absent. In Dicotyledon secondary growth is present. Example, maize, sorghum, vulgari, jawar, bajra, cereals are Monocotyledonous plant. In Dicotyledonous plant are sunflower, hibiscus, rosa sinensis, China rose, also mango. Up to this we detail discuss total 7 different characteristics view of Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon on the basis of distinguish between. Hope that you understood everything. Most of time this question is also noted different between Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon. Up to this we detail discuss division angiospermae, its salient features. Also we detail discuss difference between Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon, because Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon are two classes included in Angiosperm. We learn plant life cycle, alternation of generation. A plant life cycle, two phases or generations. A plant life cycle include two phases or generation: sporophytic diploid 2n number of chromosome and gametophytic haploid n number of chromosome. Means sporophytic generation, gametophytic generation. In plant life cycle, sporophyte are diploid, gametophyte are haploid. Diploid means 2n number of chromosome, haploid n number of chromosome. Some special diploid cells of the sporophyte, divide by meiosis to produce haploid cells. Such haploid cells divide mitotically to produce or give rise gametophyte. Means gametophyte is developed from sporophyte. Sporophytic cells are diploid cells. Some special sporophytic cell undergoes meiosis to produce haploid cells. Such haploid cells divide mitotically to form or give rise gametophyte. You know, gametophyte produce male and female gametes. At the time of fertilization, both male and female gamete fuse to form zygote. So zygote is diploid in nature because both haploid male gametes are fused to form a single cell called as zygote. So zygote is diploid cell. Zygote divide by mitosis. To form diploid sporophyte. Why sporophytic generation is diploid? Because zygote is a diploid cell, undergoes mitosis to form diploid sporophyte body. So sporophyte is diploid. Number 5. The sporophyte and gametophyte generation generally occurs alternately in the life cycle of the plant. This phenomenon called as alternation of generation. What is alternation of generation? The plant life cycle generally show gametophytic generation and sporophytic generation occurs alternately in the life cycle. So such phenomenon called as alternation generation. Seen here, alternation generation. Diploid sporophyte is produced by meiosis spores. So spores are n number of chromosome. Such spores are developed into gametophyte. So gametophyte is haploid. Haploid gametophyte undergoes mitosis to produce male and female gamete. Both male and female gamete fuse to form zygote by process of fertilization. So zygote is diploid. Such zygote is undergoes mitosis to produce a diploid sporophytic plant. Means sporophyte is developed from gametophyte, while gametophyte is developed from sporophyte. Sporophytic generation. This is the gametophytic generation. So both generation are sequentially alternate one after other. Like here, first sporophytic generation, then gametophytic generation. Gametophytic generation produce sporophytic generation. Now, point number 5. Distinct alternation generation is observed in Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. You know, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta are divisions are included in Cryptogame subkingdom. So, Bryophyte and Pteridophyte show distinct alternation generation is observed. In Gymnosperm and Angiosperm, gametophyte is much reduced and exist within the sporophyte. जिम्नोस्पर्मचा आणि एंजिओस्पर्मचा जो गॅमेटोफाइट असतो तो कसा असतो, रिड्यूस असतो आणि तो एक्झिस्ट असतो कोणामध्ये, तर स्पोरोफाइटमध्ये. बट इन ब्रायोफाइटा अँड टेरिडोफाइटा द alternation generation is distinct observed. In algae, based upon the nature of dominant phase in the life cycle, it is called Haplontic, diplontic or Haplo-diplontic life cycle. In algae, based upon the nature of dominant phase of the life cycle, Haplontic, diplontic or Haplo-diplontic life cycle seen in the algae. In Bryophyta, gametophyte is haploid, dominant, photosynthetic, independent, thalloid or erect phase. Sporophyte is short-lived, multicellular and depend totally or partially on the gametophyte for nutrition and encourage. Senior diagrammatic representation, bryophytic, sporophyte and gametophyte. Here the gametophyte is haploid, no doubt, in number of chromosome, dominant, express itself, photosynthetic pigment are present, independent, prepare their own food material, no doubt thalloid or erect phase, because we do not identify root, stem and leaves. Sporophyte is short-lived, only the structure of capsule is sporophytic stage, produce spore. So short-lived, multicellular and depend totally or partially on gametophyte, because gametophyte produce nutrition. Also sporophyte depend on gametophyte for encourage. Up to this we detail discuss total 8 different points, life cycle and alternation generation. Next, number 9. In pteridophyte, sporophyte is dominant, independent and vascular plant body, haploid, multicellular. Sporophytic gametophyte is generally autotrophic, short-lived. Senior diagrammatic representation, sporophytic stage of pteridophyta, and this one is gametophytic stage of pteridophyta. So sporophyte is dominant, independent and vascular plant body, haploid, multicellular. Gametophyte is autotrophic and short-lived. So here clearly seen difference between sporophyte of pteridophyta and gametophyte of Up to this we detail discuss plant life cycle and alternation generation. Now we learn types of life cycle. Plant life cycle consists of diplontic life cycle, haplontic life cycle and haplo-diplontic life cycle. We learn one by one. First one is diplontic life cycle. Mitotic division occurs only in diploid cell. In diplontic life cycle, mitotic division occurs only in diploid cells. The diploid zygote divide by mitosis. Diploid zygote divide by mitosis result in formation of diploid multicellular organism. Means diploid multicellular organism develop from diploid zygote by mitosis process seen in diplontic life cycle. Show me with the help of diagrammatic representation here. This is the diploid multicellular organism, no doubt diploid nature. So this diploid multicellular organism is developed from zygote by process of mitosis. Diploid zygote undergoes mitosis to produce diploid multicellular organism. Gamete formed through meiosis. Gamete formed through meiosis are haploid. Seen here. The diploid multicellular organism produce gamete by meiosis. Diploid multicellular organism produce gamete by meiosis. Therefore, gametes are haploid in nature. So, gametes fuse to form diploid zygote. These gametes are fused to form diploid zygote, and such diploid zygote undergoes mitosis to form diploid multicellular organism. Example in animal, diplontic life cycle seen here. Diploid zygote undergoes mitosis to form diploid organism. Such diploid organism undergoes meiosis to form gametes. So gametes are haploid in nature. At the time of fertilization, both gametes fuse to form zygote. So zygote is diploid in nature. Such zygote undergoes mitosis to produce diploid multicellular organism, and such life cycle seen in animals, diplontic life cycle. Now second type of life cycle known as haplontic life cycle. Mitotic division occurs in haploid cells. You know mitotic division occurs in diploid cell, diplontic life cycle, but in haplontic life cycle, mitotic division occurs in haploid cells. Second point, the haploid cells formed haploid multicellular organism. जे हॅप्लॉइड सेल्स असतात ते बनवतात काय, हॅप्लॉइड मल्टीसेल्युलर ऑर्गॅनिझम और सिंगल सेल. सीन हियर डायग्रामॅटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन. हॅप्लॉइड single cell or multicellular organism are developed by haploid cell by mitotic division. So this is the haploid single cell or haploid multicellular organism developed from mitosis process. Haploid multicellular organism formed haploid gametes by mitosis. Gametes fuse to form diploid zygote. Gamete fuse to form diploid zygote because gametes are haploid. So both gamete fuse to form diploid zygote, and such diploid zygote is only diploid cell in entire life. Zygote is only diploid cell in entire life of haplontic life cycle. Examples: some algae and fungi show haplontic life cycle. Up to this we discuss haplontic life cycle. We learn third and last one, known as haplo-diplontic life cycle. In haplo-diplontic life cycle, mitosis occurs both haploid and diploid cells. Always remember, mitosis occurs in diploid cell, diplontic life cycle. Mitosis occurs in haploid cell, haplontic life cycle. When mitosis occurs in both haploid and diploid cell, haplo-diplontic life cycle. Second point, the organism show multicellular in haploid gametophytic phase, multicellular in diploid sporophytic phase. Seen here diagrammatic representation. Haploid multicellular organism, diploid multicellular organism. Haploid and diploid multicellular organism show in haplo-diplontic life cycle. Haploid gametophyte produce haploid gametes. After fertilization formed diploid zygote, which are produced diploid multicellular organism, and the distinct alternation generation observed in haplo-diplontic life cycle. Example: land plant and many algae show haplo-diplontic life cycle. Seen here diagrammatic representation. Haploid multicellular organism, gametophyte, diploid multicellular organism, sporophyte. So gametophyte produce gametes by process of mitosis. Both gametes fuse to form zygote. Such zygote is diploid in nature, and zygote is developed into diploid multicellular organism by mitosis process. So such diploid organism produce meiosis to produce gamete, and such haploid gametes are haploid multicellular organism are formed by mitosis process. So in haplo-diplontic life cycle, distinct alternation generation is observed, and best example is land plant and many algae. Up to this we discuss all three different types of life cycle: diplontic life cycle, haplontic life cycle, and haplo-diplontic life cycle. Review today's topic. We learned today division angiosperm. Division angiosperm consists of two classes, Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon. We learn difference between Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon. Also detail discuss plant life cycle and alternation generation. Types of life cycle: diplontic life cycle, haplontic life cycle, and haplo-diplontic life cycle. On the basis of today's lectures, exercise question noted here. MCQ question number 1. The life cycle pattern where mitotic division occurs only in diploid cell is haplontic, haplo-diplontic, diplontic, heterosporous. Yes, the correct answer is diplontic. C. Diplontic, correct answer. Second MCQ, haplontic life cycle zygote divide by mitosis, meiosis, both A and B, amitosis. Yes, the correct answer is A, mitosis. Haplontic life cycle zygote divide by mitosis. Third MCQ, the height of eucalyptus tree is approximately 1 meter, 10 meter, 100 meter, 1000 meter. Yes, the correct answer 100 meter. Height eucalyptus angiospermic plant approximately height. C. 100 meter. Number 4. Identify essential floral whorl calyx, gynoecium, corolla, both A and B. Yes, the correct answer is B. Gynoecium is essential floral whorl. You know, gynoecium is female reproductive part of the flower. So gynoecium is essential floral whorl. B. Gynoecium is correct answer. Number 5 MCQ, which one is highly evolved plant group in kingdom Plantae? Yes, gymnosperm, pteridophyta, angiosperm, bryophyta. The correct answer is C. Angiosperm is highly evolved plant group. C. Angiosperm. Short answer question. Number 1. What is alternation of generation? Yes, plant life cycle show sporophytic generation and gametophytic generation. Sporophytic generation is developed into gametophyte. Gametophytic generation develop into sporophyte. So such phenomenon called as alternation generation. Which one is smallest microscopic angiospermic plant? Yes, Walfia is smallest microscopic angiospermic plant. Name 2 classes include in division angiosperm: Monocotyledon and Dicotyledon. Name 3 different types of life cycle. Yes, diplontic life cycle, haplontic life cycle, haplo-diplontic life cycle. Number 5. Difference between monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Yes, seed with only one cotyledon in monocotyledon, seed with 2 cotyledon in dicotyledon. In monocotyledon, adventitious root system seen. In dicotyledonous plant, tap root system is seen. Monocotyledon, leaves venation seen in parallel. Dicotyledon, leaves venation seen in reticulate or multicosti. Flower of monocotyledon generally trimerous. Flower of dicotyledon generally tetra and pentamerous. Identify plant group on the basis of following features or characters. Plant need water for fertilization. Yes, plant need water for fertilization. Yes, such character is bryophyta. First vascular plant. Yes, first vascular plant group known as Pteridophyta. Seed producing plant, yes, phanerogames are seed producing plant. Plant body undifferentiated into root, stem and leaves, yes, Thallophyta. Plant body undifferentiated into root, stem and leaves. Identify A, B and C life cycle. Senior life cycles 1, 2 and 3. Here first one is A, second one is B and third one is C. Here A life cycle identify. Here clearly seen A life cycle is diplontic life cycle. B life cycle known as haplontic life cycle, and C life cycle known as haplo-diplontic life cycle. Up to this we detail discuss Kingdom Plantae chapter. Hope that you understood everything. If you like the video, then you can subscribe my YouTube bioinfo channel, tap the bell icon and like the video. If any doubt about today's lecture, mention in comment box. Thank you.